Hello.
Good evening. We are at the Novotel in Stanstead Airport. Where are we going tomorrow?
We're going to Prague.
Yes, we're very excited. It's our first flight in nearly 2 years. Doesn't quite feel real yet. I think I'll be okay once we're checked in.
Yeah, with all these added checks we've got to do, it's with Ellie being as a nervous sort of travel person anyway, you always have to double check things, so now there's more things. But
yeah, I mean, that bit, to clarify, I'm not scared of flying or travelling. It's I have to triple check the passports and everything is there, and I'm one of those people who go back to the front door 3 times to make sure it's locked, so you know, never mind. But yeah, the room is really nice, and we're going to give you a little room tour, a little snippet, and we're going to put that in now.
No.
Room service.
Hello, welcome to my crib.
This is our room. It's actually really nice. Nice big telly. I mean, we're only here for a night, but it looks very comfy, doesn't it?
No, I agree. I think I've never stayed in a Novotel before, but it seems like a nice hotel to be fair. A good price.
Yeah, which we will talk about in a minute. So, but first we'll give you a little room tour because, you know, that's what you do, isn't it, when you go on holiday, sort of. So, we're in the bathroom. Hello. We're scruffy today. We've just finished work and driven straight up here. Got some nice little freebies. I do enjoy a hotel shower gel. Got the normals, tissues, plugs for your razors, nice mirrors. There's a toilet. Looks like quite a nice spacious shower as well. No bath, but that's okay. Because, you know, I think because it's an airport as well, they're not going to have, it's not going to be proper home comforts, is it? Because most people are just here for a flying visit. Fridge, which we were pleased about. So we've got a few cans of Pepsi before we came. Kettle, your teas, and all your bits. And a nice, what is this, a queen or a king? Queen? It looks like a queen, because ours is, I'm sure we've got a king.
Yeah.
The phone, this is a very quick tour, but I think, you know, a lot of these hotels are very similar. But it's very clean, isn't it? We're nice and spacious too, so you've got a little table and chairs. Look at my new suitcase. Look. Yeah, some nice lighting. The telly is huge, like for a hotel telly.
Yeah, it is.
Have you put a hard drive in?
No.
How are you using that?
I think someone left it from the last.
Oh, thanks. You're going to give us some movies, some storage. It's dark, but nice big windows. Can't really see anything, but this leads to the car park. Might even see some planes taken off in the morning. Nice big wardrobe. Ooh, it lights up. Very fancy. Your usuals. An ironing board, a safe. Again, we're not going to use any of this. Oh gosh. Just because it is what, 6, 7 o'clock at the moment. And we leave at about 5 in the morning. So, not here too long. But yeah, that was what they call a whistle-stop tour of the room. Now, back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Thanks, Ellie. That was planned. Just to give a bit of insight, when we were booking this trip, we drove to Stanstead. So, which was about a couple of hours from Milton Keynes. It wasn't a bad drive, to be fair, especially for like a Tuesday evening after work. But we when I was looking at parking deals, some places were charging 50, 60 quid for like the 2 nights, 3 days parking. So I decided to look on Holiday Extras, and they did a combination deal. So you get a night at the hotel before, and then so we'll be covered for parking tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday night, and then obviously when we land on Friday, included in the stay, which was £70. So it was kind of a no-brainer because it's quite nice to get a hotel the night before, start off your holiday early and just relax, and then you're not, especially because our flight is kind of early in the morning, so there's not that stress of getting up and making sure you leave enough time to get here. So I thought it was a really good deal and a really good price. Definitely shop around. I think there's a lot of comparisons sites now, like Travel Supermarket, and Rick was just nodding and going along with it because if you saw our last vlog, I booked the trip.
Yeah, I had no involvement in this, so I'm just going along for the journey.
It was very scary because I usually do like the itinerary and like the holiday itself, and then Rick does like the boring bits, like the parking.
The important things.
Yeah, the important bits. Not that I can't be trusted, but I don't know, I don't trust myself sometimes. But it's worked out fine, and I think before we settle down into our PJs, we're going to go check out the bar and have a little drinky poo.
Yeah.
So come along with us.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
It was a bit stressful.
No, it wasn't. That's dramatic. It's just, it's hot, isn't it? Like when you're walking through and rushing through customs and getting your passport, you know, the check-in. But actually, it felt longer than it actually took. It only took 30 minutes for bag check and all of that fun stuff. I just made the horrible mistake. Well, I thought I was being clever, so I was going to wear my thickest clothes to not have to put it in our luggage, but now I'm really hot.
Yeah, at least I was able to take my coat off.
Yeah, but you know, we win some, we lose some. But we're in Rubber Spoons now. I think it's called the Windmill. It's quite a nice looking little pub. We've just ordered some breakfast, but let's talk about the Novotel. You weren't keen, were you?
No, not at all. I think the bed was very hard and the pillows weren't great. I know the night before you don't always sleep well, but I definitely didn't sleep well last night.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like holiday jitters as well, because I don't know about you, but I felt a little bit nervous about flying again for the first time in a couple of years, and just the whole process really, like because of COVID and that. We have been aboard, but we drove, so it was a bit more comfortable. I didn't hate the bed. Okay, the pillows, but I and it's funny because you prefer a firm bed, and usually I prefer a softer bed.
Yeah, I have to disagree. It wasn't nice at all.
But would you stay there again? Because it is convenient.
It all depends on the flight time. If it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it was during the day, I wouldn't know. Honestly.
You're really against
honestly.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was fine, and actually I thought it was worth the money as well, because it's only 70 quid for one night and 3 days parking.
Yeah.
So Richard's just gonna have to lump it on this occasion.
No.
But yeah, let's eat and relax. We're very early. The flight isn't for another 2.5 hours, but I'd rather be on time.
No, I agree, but we're gonna have some food and have a drink and just wait around.
Yeah, and I suppose we'll speak to you in a bit.
Yeah, we'll see you on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been. I say it's been a long journey.
It hasn't.
It hasn't, but to me, it feels like it's been a long journey because we've been up for ages now. So.
Yeah, I think that's it when you travel, especially. I mean, the flight was at 8:30, so we have had earlier flights in the past. But
Yeah.
I think naturally we were up at about, like we said, we couldn't sleep, so we was up about 3:30.
Yeah.
I managed a little snooze on the plane though.
Yeah, I couldn't really get comfortable, but that's just me. But no, that's not a problem really. But I'm glad we're here now. We can sort of relax a bit more.
Yeah, the flight really wasn't too bad. I think it ended up taking, what did I say? It was about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah. So it's quicker than I thought. I thought initially it was about 2 hours. So
Yeah.
that's a bonus. So we was able to get here sooner. Was able to get into our room sooner.
Yeah, it's only, the check-in was at 2 and it's about 12:30.
Yeah.
So I think by the time we landed, it was about maybe 11:30 by the time we got off the plane.
Yeah.
So we're an hour ahead of the UK. And we ended up getting a cab from the airport. You can get a tram and a bus, which is significantly cheaper. I think it's only a couple of quid. It's like 40 krona.
Yeah.
So it's not expensive, but it takes 50 minutes. And we're like, we'll just get a cab. So we got a Bolt, and that was it was 340 krona, which is about £12. So it was about a 25-minute journey. I keep saying about. It was a 25-minute journey, so it wasn't. I think that's about average. If anything, it's probably a little bit cheaper than the UK.
Yeah.
But how did you find going on a plane again since COVID?
It seemed familiar, but obviously different in that we had to wear a mask the whole journey there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's not that bad. I mean, even getting through customs on the other side, it was really straightforward. We showed our passenger locator form. We showed obviously our passport. And did you show your COVID vaccination?
Yeah, I gave him my vaccinations as well.
I had both of them in my hand, so I think he just saw I had them. So, but in terms of the restrictions, as of say today, which is what, the 16th.
To think about that.
I'm losing track of my days. So as of this around about date, you're able to enter the country if you're fully vaccinated with the third booster vaccine without having to do any extra testing or anything like that. Yeah. If you've just had the 2 vaccinations, you have to do a PCR, or I think it might be lateral flow test. So you've got to do a test on top. Yeah. So bear that in mind. If you haven't had any vaccinations, they won't allow you in the country. It's only certain circumstances you're allowed to. So I guess you bear that in mind when coming here. It's pretty similar around other countries now, sort of pushing that people to have the booster vaccine to be able to, obviously, less restrictions.
Yeah, and it's to each their own, isn't it?
Yeah.
You do what feels right for you. We're fortunate enough to have had the third booster. It's our choice, but that means we've been able to come here freely. So it's pros and cons, isn't it?
Exactly.
But the government website, even if when you Google restrictions for each country, especially Gov UK, is pretty up to date, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they update it regularly. So always keep checking because it can always change. But like we said in the end of our Bruges video, Prague and Budapest were quite easy. I say access.
Yeah.
Easy to travel to, but.
No.
Yeah, I think we're going to freshen up.
Yeah, so I think we're going to finish here and stay tuned for our next Prague-themed videos.
Prague-themed?
Prague-themed. I don't know how else you say it. Or next...
Prague vlogs.
Yeah, those two. So stay tuned.
Bye-bye.
Bye.